Hey guys, I am back with another video. Now, a while ago, I asked you guys if you wanted me to do an online shopping tips video, and a lot of you said yes, so here it is. So here are all of my tips when it comes to online shopping. P.S. Excuse the hat, I have dirty hair today, so I'm just trying to hide it. Okay, so my number one tip and what I usually check out first when I am on a brand new shopping site that I've never been on before is that I check the shipping cost. And it's always ideal if it's a flat rate, so if it doesn't depend on the weight of the items or how many items you're getting. That's always the best scenario, and usually I only shop on online stores that have a flat rate shipping because then you actually know how much you're going to be spending. Be careful of online stores where they charge you shipping by weight or they charge you shipping according to the item that you're buying, because you may be selecting items and you might like the price of those items, but once it comes to shipping, it might make that, you know, quite expensive and not so affordable anymore. So that would be my tip, just be careful of that. Another thing about shipping is that sometimes stores will offer, you know, a minimum spend to get a flat rate of shipping. So they might say spend $150 and shipping is only $8, or spend $150 to get free shipping, for example. Now that's all well and good if you are wanting to buy all those items or that many things. But if you were only planning to, for example, buy one thing, just be careful of not getting sucked into that, because it's very easy to think, oh, well, if I just spend $150, I can get free shipping, then I don't have to pay for shipping, and then you end up spending a whole lot more than you were originally going to spend. So just be mindful of that. My second tip is to check the returns policy, and once again, the best scenario on this is obviously free returns. I love shopping sites with free returns because, you know, obviously there's no risk in purchasing that item. You know that if you don't like it or if it doesn't fit, you can return that for free. Be careful if you're shopping on sites that don't have free returns and are overseas, because that can get quite expensive if you want to return it, and sometimes it's not even worth returning because the cost of shipping it back is going to cost more than the item itself. Especially if you live in Australia, we pay so much for shipping to countries like the US and the UK. It's just not worth it to pay that shipping back. So just keep that in mind. Now, the common question I get about shopping online is, how do you know that it's going to look good, or how do you know that it's going to suit you? And I have a couple of tips to try and ensure that it is going to look good on you and that you are going to like it. So if you're looking at buying a certain item that is in a style that you've never tried on before and you're actually really unsure if it's going to suit you, I would recommend that you actually go shopping in stores and try on a similar item in that kind of style, so you know if it's going to look good on you. So for example, if you really love cropped tops and you're not sure if you like it on yourself, then I would suggest you go out in store and you try on a couple of crop tops first to see if you actually like it on yourself. Then you can go online and buy it. So things like that, and that applies particularly to really trendy items that, you know, you think looks really good on other people or on the model, and sometimes it just, you know, it doesn't necessarily suit us. So I would definitely recommend that you do that if you have the time, especially if that item is quite expensive and you're really unsure if that style is going to suit you. Would totally recommend that you go and try and find something similar in store to try on, because remember, the model that wears it is always going to look good in it. So try and picture yourself in it, and, you know, your body shape and all that sort of thing, and also be realistic with yourself and think, am I really going to wear that? Because we might see items online and on models that look amazing, and, you know, it could be really trendy pieces, but we might not actually wear that out, or we might just wear it once or twice. So just keep that in mind. Now, in terms of the size and whether or not it's going to fit you, obviously check out the size chart, the measurements, really check that out. Just because you're usually a size small, for example, doesn't mean that you're a size small in every single store. And especially online stores, you know, those Asian online stores, their sizing is usually runs smaller. So I would go up a size if you're shopping on those sort of sites. And for me, I go up a size in websites like Shein site and Runway. For bottoms especially, I usually wear a small, but I would go a medium in Shein site and Runway because they do run small. Now sometimes they have the measurements of the model on the website, and that for me is really helpful because you can compare the measurements of the model to your own measurements, and especially for me, height wise, I like to compare that because if the model is super tall, I know that that particular garment is not going to look the same on me because I'm a lot shorter. So just keep your eye out for things like that. Now on that, if you're in a store that you've never shopped on before and you're really unsure of size and you tend to vary in size depending on the store, I would recommend that you not purchase too many items. In your first round of purchasing from there, maybe just purchase 1 or 2 items so that you can get a feel for what size you are, and then the next time you can actually buy everything that you would like to buy from that website. So my next tip is don't waste your money. And when you are shopping online, it is so easy to just overspend with a click of a button. It's just too convenient. It's not like you're in store, you're pulling up cash and you're paying for it. It's just a few clicks and you've spent that money. So there's a few things that you can keep in mind to make sure that you're not overspending. Now what I usually do when I shop online is that I put everything in the cart that I want, then I go to the cart and I shortlist the items. I look at each one and I think, do I really want that? Is that really worth it? Am I really going to wear it? And a good question to ask yourself is, if I was in store, if I was in a physical store, would I buy this item right now? And if the answer is no, then maybe don't get it, because it's really easy when you're shopping online to just get into the hype and think, yep, I want that, and that. But if you were in store, you probably wouldn't have bought that item so easily. So that's a good question to ask yourself. Now, in terms of the online store itself, if you're unsure of the authenticity of the site or how good quality the items are, I would suggest that you just go online and research. I mean, YouTube is amazing for that. You can look for hauls and reviews, and especially hauls where you can actually see items. I think that's a great way to research the online store if you're unsure of it. So my final tip is to Google for coupon codes. Now, not every single store is going to have coupon codes available online, but you might be lucky. So it doesn't hurt to do a quick Google search. And so just type in the store name and coupon code, and usually things will come up if there is one. Stores that stock more expensive items or designer labels often do have coupon codes available. They might not all work, but it's worth a try. Now, similar to that, you can also search on YouTube if there's been any discount codes that other YouTubers have offered. And often if a YouTuber does a specific haul or giveaway on a particular online store, they might have a coupon code in the description box as well. So it's worth checking that out. So that's all my shopping tips when it comes to shopping online. Now, if you have any other questions that you would like me to answer in regards to shopping online, leave them down below. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you found it useful, and you can follow me on my blog, which is lovechicstyling.com, and connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!